Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. Sorry, this is a live thing, so that's why I'm like waiting for it to like not get fucked up. But anyway, I want to talk about something. Um, so the Mario movie, right? I want to say something. Um, in the future, I feel like now if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I feel like there's going to be an extended edition, and they're going to re-release it back in theaters and promote. Hey, the most more money, the biggest animated movie in America. It's coming back to theaters, but this time, new scenes, new stuff, new this and shit like that. I guarantee you they would do that. Now, it is possible that they won't do that. They might put it on the DVD. That way people can buy the DVD even more. You know? I can see that maybe more on the DVD. You know? Not to say that they probably won't do that, probably re-release it before they have a DVD to be like, hey, it's just this shit, it's still making bank, right? Let's add new scenes to flesh some things out better and make a whole better wholesome movie. I think they could do it. Now, if they don't do it, that's fine. I know how sometimes Hollywood is, and I know how sometimes people on the internet could be. They're like, well, that sounds impossible. Why would you want to change anything? No, I'm not saying change anything. I'm saying ads with these live chats. I know I could have just grabbed my laptop and do a regular video, but sometimes this is quicker just to do something live real quick. But yeah, if they re-release the Mario movie, I know the movie just came out. It's way too early to probably talk about something like this. But the reason I say that is because sometimes look, mostly I'm really just saying this because it'd be nice for them to do it to flesh out the movie a little bit more, and I'll guarantee you they'll probably be 10 times better. But I mean, going back, I don't hate the movie. I love the movie. You guys know my opinions about it from the video. You know, so but moments that can show a little bit of maybe how DK feels about with the whole dad thing. Same thing with Mario, and maybe a little bit of how we always got a hint. We got a hint of like, hey, Peach knows how to go through these platforms, but it's also hinted that it wasn't the first. She doesn't know. It's hinted that she's been practicing with it, obviously, for years and years. That's why she's good at it now, which makes sense. But maybe they can show like a flashback of her probably getting hit all the time and failing, you know. But they could do that. That's it. It could literally be like 2 or 3 seconds, you know, like like King Toad can be there looking at um Toadstool, Princess Toadstool, and if we can falling and failing and all that shit, But you don't have to. I mean, if you want to, you could. That's just a small thing. I just use that as an example. I really did. The reason I use that as an example is because people always point that out, saying that you see, that's the part with that woke shit. And I'm over here like, you guys are idiots. You guys are idiots. Clearly, you didn't listen in the movie that Mario was like, was it? Mario literally told Peach, "Hey, is that your first time doing that?" And she's like, You could tell she's lying. Duh. But it's funny when a guy says that, it's fine. But once a girl says it, once a woman says it, it's automatically sexist and feminist and woke. Look, I get what you're saying, guys. Look, I get what you're trying to do. But I'm also noticing that people get outraged just for a girl winning the trophy. And I'm just like, calm the fuck down. You're acting, oh, it's this woke shit. I'm like, no, she actually won because she actually walked on and beat her ass to death to get it. You know? I'm talking about shit like that. Because I'm starting to notice that too, and I'm just like, are you guys okay? If you have been noticing that, let me know. If you haven't, that's fine. But I have been noticing that, and I'm just looking at some people like, are you dumb? You see, this is why this whole shit that you're mentioning is not stopping, because you're looking at other shit, which you're pointing out that it's that, but it's really not. You're just saying that because you are tired of the bullshit. So when you get a little whiff of it, you're like, oh, red flag, oh, there it is. And then when people like me see it, I'm looking at it like, what are you talking about? I see nothing but like, what, they mentioned this? Oh wow, congratulations. You got butthurt for women saying, "Oh, I tripped and I landed on a man," for example. You know? Oh, she overpowered him. Some shit like that. I just make that up. So it could be anything, you know? So what else could look, if they don't re-release, like I said, if they don't re-release the movie and add some stuff, that's fine. They could do that with the DVD. Again, we have hmm, excuse me, we had extended cuts with movies before, so why not this one? I wouldn't mind if we got a extended edition of this movie. Excuse me, I just ate. I did. I just ate. I had a big meal, but I just want to say that why not have that? You know, the extended edition would probably be really cool, and I would like to see behind the scenes of how all of this was made, especially Nintendo's part. I wonder if they're ever going to add in the DVD of how they were going to fuck it up, and then Nintendo came and fixed it. I would love to see that. I would love to hear them to say that in the documentary of the DVD and also the commentary of the DVD. I haven't listened to commentary on DVDs in a while, and I think we should. I think it's about time we come back to listen to those. Seriously, I know some people will be like, "Oh, I've been listening to them still to this day." Well, I stopped eventually. I stopped. I think should we talk about commentaries and movies in the future? I think we should do that one day in this channel. We should. We should. Because commentaries and movies, when you listen to the directors or the cast views and shit like that, it's fucking amazing. I like it. I do. I like it. And it makes the movie a little bit enjoyable just to see what they were thinking going through it. I don't know what movie I can start out that with. Maybe with Spider-Man 3, because I do like Spider-Man 3, and I've heard that commentary with Spider-Man 3, and I've heard that commentary with Spider-Man 3 so many times. It's almost like I'm hanging out with the characters watching the movie with me. Literally, that's how I am. At least with Spider-Man 3, the same Raimi version. I know some people don't like that movie, but I have a special place with that movie in my heart. Um, I like the movie. I like the movie. I feel the same way with the Dark Knight Rises. I like the movie. Does it have flaws? Of course. But it's just so good. Really fun. I don't know. I had fun with it. So, anything else I could talk about with that Mario shit? I mean, what would you do? Would you have an extended version of this movie? Would you let it to come out in the theaters before it comes out to straight to DVD, or would you have it an extended version of the DVD so people can just grab the DVD? You know. And also, a little side note: would you like a video game tie-in with this game? Why not? You know, why not? Why not have a video game tie-in for this movie? The movie's still coming out, so it takes a while to make a video game. The thing is, they could have made a video game tie-in for this a long time ago. When you really think about it. So, I'm not saying they will. I'm not saying, oh, they should. I'm just saying, hey, if they do, that would be cool. And I'm over here being being like, hey, Nintendo, I'm still waiting for it. Where is it? Being a little, just, being like a goofball here. So I think that's really it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you're new, tell me what you guys think. Obviously, if you're a subscriber here, tell me what you guys think too. Thank you guys, and my subscriber count has been going up lately. Thank you for watching my videos, and thank you for listening to this person's opinion. And let's move on up because I'm getting to almost to 600 subscribers. So let's keep going. Let's keep on doing what I'm doing. Obviously, people are enjoying what I'm doing, so I'm not going to stop doing it. The only thing I haven't been talking about lately is the good old good guy doll, Chucky. I haven't talked about him in such a long time, mainly because I haven't been watching the Child's Play series, the Chucky series, at all. I've watched a little bit of the first season, but I'm waiting for the second season to be on Peacock. Now, I don't know if it's on. Is Chucky on HBO Max? I could be wrong. I know some people are going to say Hulu, but I don't have Hulu. I don't. I don't have Hulu at all. So I guess I'm fucked, right? I guess I just have to wait until Chucky season 3 comes out for season 2 to be on Peacock so I can watch it. I hope not. I hope not. Because they did that shit to Gotham. I had to wait for the next season for them to put Gotham on Netflix. I'm like, I don't like that. I've never been a big fan of that. Never been a big fan of that. Never been a big fan of that. How come you can't just do the Hulu route? Once it aired, it's already there. Why is that? We're on 2023 and we still haven't figured that out? Seriously. When are we going to start figuring that out? When are we going to start to figuring that out? I don't know. That's probably another story for another day. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, be safe. And maybe I should do a Scooby Doo. Talk some Scooby Doo stuff because I love Scooby Doo and I never really sat down and talked about how much I loved the series. Why not? Because it's one of those series that's very interesting. You know, there was so many things I've never actually told you guys how much I love. For kind of loud, the Looney Tunes Golden Collection. I have to sit down and eventually finish that and talk about it in this channel. I really do, especially with the whole Sensor 11 type stuff. You know how much I kind of enjoy the Sensor 11. I know there's some bad stuff in it, but there is a different type of perspective that I've seen with the shorts that kind of connects with the Hopis, the Heyunka Hopis, the Sacred Clown type of thing. Now, if you don't know what that is, go search up the Sacred Clown stuff. Then you figure out why I kind of mentioned that because basically, I know this is going to hurt people, but blackface is basically clown face. I'm not going to say it's right for these Caucasians to dress up as blackface. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm not saying, oh, I'm not condoning that. I'm not saying that. You know, I'm just pointing that out. If you want to know the true origins of stuff like that, you know, because when you look at I know I'm getting on a tangent here, but it kind of fits with Donkey Kong too, but a little Nintendo thing. So I guess we can talk about that stuff. I would love to have a Donkey Kong movie. Hell yeah, I will. I think Donkey Kong has more better lore than Mario, in my opinion. I think Donkey Kong is amazing, and in my opinion, you have four Donkey Kong. You already have. The thing is, if anyone is like thinking about having a Donkey Kong movie and thinking, "Oh, how am I going to make a Donkey Kong movie or something like that?" You have four arcade Donkey Kong games that you can literally make a movie out of, and the games are already made. In the story is already made for you. All you have to do is extend it a little bit more. That's really it. Donkey Kong One is about Mario. You have Mario there trying to going up against Donkey Kong trying to get Pauline. Now I know some people might be like, okay, but if we're going to do this canon wise with movies, how is this going to work? I'll make it into a prequel. If not, have it fall into the future. How about that? Have it fall into the future. Or better yet, it could be Mario's great grandfather. We had Cranky Kong in the movie. Maybe Cranky Kong is part of Donkey Kong 1, and he is part of Donkey Kong 2. So we can do that. We can do that. We could do that. And let's see. Then we don't go straight to Donkey Kong 2 though. We go to Sky Skipper. We go to Sky Skipper. Sky Skipper is very important to the Donkey Kong series. All right. I know some people might not know that game or might not even care for that game, but that game is actually pretty fun, and I think it deserves to be part of the set of the Donkey Kong series. They have cons there, and to me, they'll they'll you could say it's the Khan family, or you could just say it's different types of Donkey Kongs all over the game, trying to get rid of you. Trying to hit you to make sure you're not getting the animals, and also the king and queen in a Joker. That's what you do in Skyscraper. You're playing, grabbing all that shit. It's trippy as fuck, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Skyscraper is a really fun game. Really fun game. If you haven't played it yet. But what else? What was the other thing? All right, so those are the two movies you have right there: Donkey Kong, Skyscraper. Then after that, Donkey Kong 2. All right. Then Donkey Kong 3. You have four movies right there, man. You have four movies right there. You establish the grandfather of Mario. Also, you establish Cranky Kong. All right. You establish Donkey Kong's father, or Donkey Kong himself when he was a baby, depending what story you're going to do. You establish Stanley, Mario's cousin, which he should have been in the movie, in my opinion. But if we're going for the side of Cranky Kong's side, basically, then that means that's not Mario's cousin. That is Mario's grandfather's cousin, or Mario's father's cousin. We just say it's his grandfather just to sake of his saying his grandfather. It's better that way, in my opinion, because we really don't see the grandfather of Mario or anything like that. We just see his dad and all that stuff. So you could say grandfather or great grandfather. Because the first Donkey Kong game could take place in the 30s or 40s. I could see that. And Skyscraper could take perfectly place in the 30s and 40s también. It's a perfect time, to be quite honest. And then Donkey Kong 3, Donkey Kong 2 also can, you could make it take place in the jungle. Like I'm talking about movie-wise, There's different types of things you could do, And then with, let's see, and then with Donkey Kong 3, he can establish, again, Stanley, him living in New York, and all of a sudden, Donkey Kong Jr. is grown up, and it's messing with Mario's family member. So again, there's so many stuff you could do with Donkey Kong. So many stuff way before you could do Donkey Kong Country. I know some people might be like, "No, I want a Donkey Kong Country video movie. How awesome would that be?" But guys, think about this. Think about it. If you want a franchise on your hands, in my opinion, you hype people up. If you want people to beg for that Donkey Kong Country movie, you hype them up. You beg them for it. That's why I do. That's why I do. Why? It's because you're guaranteed seats and a boatload of money once you announce that shit and once it comes out. Because you've been hyping that shit and people have been asking for it, and you're like, oh, don't worry, here's another Donkey Kong movie, here's another Donkey Kong movie, and then people will be like, oh wait, I know what you're doing. You're following the pattern like the video games. Okay, so after Donkey Kong 3, it's what? Donkey Kong Country, holy shit. But there might be some fans saying, no, wait, there was another game before Donkey Kong Country. They'll be like, what was it? Donkey Kong 94. When Mario comes back, and that could be a movie on its own too. It doesn't have to be. Hell, to be quite honest, the original, the first Donkey Kong movie could take place, could look at the 94 video game and make it like that if it wanted to, instead of the arcade version of Donkey Kong. It could pay reference to it, but it's mostly going to be the 94 video game adaptation as the movie. It's like that. What else? It's just so many stuff. So I'll close it right there because my phone's about to die. So I'll see you guys later and take care. There's so many stuff I could do with the Mario and Donkey Kong series because it just keeps going, and I will hype people up until we get to that Donkey Kong Country series. Then people will be like, guarantee you, and it will fit in too because Donkey Kong is in that series anyways. So there you go.